everybody. So today we're going to be looking at the Lego Star Wars AT-AT Walker, or AT-AT. So this is set number 75288 and it has 1,267 pieces. So this just came out this year. So I'm a little late to making a video on this, mainly because I wasn't going to get this set. I originally was going to get it when I heard it announced, and then I don't know, when I saw pictures of it, I kind of decided I didn't want it. Well, the other day I was in Target and they actually had them in stock. It seems like these things have not been in stock anywhere. And I just thought, you know what, I'm just going to go ahead and get it. I like it, and I never bought any of the past AT-ATs, so I figured I'd just go ahead and get this one. So on the back here, you can see that the section here on the side opens. It looks like it's got some seats in there, and then you also have the cockpit area where everybody can fit inside there, and that's a little snow speeder bike, I guess. And then we also have Luke, and then let's see, what else do we got over here? A little gun over here, and this looks like the little mechanism to make Luke go up or down on that cable, as we saw in the movie, where he throws that thermal detonator in there to detonate and blow up the AT-AT. And then here we got this back section that opens up where you can stash the speeder bike, and then it looks like we have some missiles that shoot out on the front of the AT-AT Walker. So all right, looks like a pretty cool set. Let's see how many bags are in it. All right, so it looks like we have bags that are numbered up to number 8. So there's quite a few parts going on here, and then there's actually 9 bags total, because there are 2 bags of number 8. There's like multiples of this. So yeah. All right, let's take a look at the instruction book. Okay, so the instruction book is pretty good here. It's not too thick, you know, but it's got your pretty much basic build for everything. So it doesn't look like there's anything weird. And then also probably one of the better parts of this set is that there is no stickers in this set, so that's always a good thing. Okay, so I guess we can go ahead and start with the figures here, and you get quite a few of them. You get 2 of the AT-AT drivers right there, and you also get Luke and General Veers, and you also get 2 of the snow troopers there too. And then you also get that really cool gun. So yeah, you get quite a few. This gun is kind of cool because it's actually made of like these little gun pieces for the legs, which I thought was pretty clever how they did that. And then what's really cool is these guys here, their prints, by the way, are really nice looking. You can see on there. But they each have a different facial expression. So here you can see his. And then I'll show you what this guy looks like. But see, they got 2 different expressions on their face, which is really cool. Usually they just give you the same old face over and over, but they actually gave you 2 different ones there, which I thought was really neat. Let me see if these guys have the same figure face or not. They have also really nice prints on their torsos. The helmet print is really nice. I really like that. So yeah, that looks really good. Okay, let me see back here. This is the first time I've ever gotten these guys. Oh yeah, no, they got 2 different facial expressions too. I don't think they have alternate ones. Yeah, that's cool. Oh, I like that they did that. I wasn't really paying attention when I was putting them together. And then here we got Luke, who's also got some amazing torso printing on here. If I can get his lightsaber to not cast a shadow. But you can really see that really good printing on here. There's kind of a lot going on there. And he's got 2 different faces. He's got the visor down over his eyes, and then the visor not on his eyes. So that's pretty neat. And then General Veers here, also another great print there. And I like his little microphone. I like his little goggles up here. I like the microphone on his face. And he has that expression, and then he has this expression. So yeah, really nice selection of figures. I really like all the ones that this comes with. We also get this speeder bike right here, and this is pretty cool looking. It's one of the first things that you build, and what's funny about this is that the foot pedals are way down here, and his feet don't even reach. So I thought that was kind of funny, actually. And then here you got the little control levers right here. They're made of like those little faucet pieces. I suppose you can probably try to get it in his hands right there. And then you also got a laser cannon on the bottom there. So yeah, a relatively simple thing to build, but it's nice that they did include that in there. So I thought that was pretty cool. Okay, well, this thing is huge, actually. It's bigger than I thought it was going to be. When I was building it, I thought it was going to be smaller than I thought. And then after it was done, it was like, wow, this thing just kind of grew all of a sudden. So I think it's the head, you know, it sticks out quite a bit. But man, this thing is just a monster. It's pretty darn cool. You know, for Lego, I'd say this looks really good. You know, as far as trying to model this after the actual, you know, thing that we see in the movie, and the details are really good. I love these little vent-like things over here on the side. I don't like these colored bits in there for the connector pins. Just wish those didn't show through. But you know, the rest of it looks really good. The legs, I wasn't sure about those at first, but they're actually more sturdy than they look. I mean, it's pretty sturdy. And these pivot down here, I really love the detail of these little struts that they put in here. That was really a cool detail that I think they added in there. And this head is, I mean, it's kind of out of the shot here, but you can turn it, and it kind of even goes from side to side even. Kind of like this. Looks like it's doing that. Looks like it's doing that dance. Yeah, it's really cool. And then you also got the old missiles that shoot out of there. And yeah, this thing's massive. Okay, let me get some close-ups on it. Okay, so here's a close-up of the head, and you can see these cool laser cannons that they got going over here. And these you can turn them like that. And then you got the ones up here in the front. Here's where the head mechanism is. The neck is kind of cool. The way they did those rings are actually steering wheels, which I thought was pretty clever to use those in there. But you can see this little pivot thing, and there's a little rubber thing, I think it's down inside there, that kind of keeps the head more centered. And it's got a nice smooth movement right there. I actually really like that. It also has the old missiles down here. You can see one right there, and I like that they're hidden so they don't stick out. I hate when they're really obvious. So on the side here, you can see it sticking out. So you just push on it towards the head, and they come shooting out of there. Wow, that just smacked my camera. But yeah, so that's really cool. On the top here, you can actually open this. And on the inside there, you can actually see the really cool detail of the interior and the cockpit in there. And they'll actually, people can actually fit inside there. Okay, so now you can see that they all do fit in there, although I gotta say they look pretty cramped in there. Yeah, not a very Rona-friendly area, I gotta say, but anyway, but it's pretty cool. I'm glad that they made it so that you can at least fit all of them in there, so I thought that was pretty cool. Now, on the side here, we've got these big panels, and they actually kind of come out like this, and then you just lift them up. So it's got this kind of double-hinged mechanism right here that's pretty cool. And there's one on the other side as well. And then you can see on the inside, we got a really roomy interior in there. There's actually enough for 5 minifigures to sit inside there, which I think is pretty cool. Not sure what this is. I don't know if you're supposed to put a gun on there or what. I didn't really pay attention, but yeah, there's actually quite a bit of room for that interior. I like interiors on these sets. Here you can see what both of them look like when they're open. So yeah, you can see all the way through. And on this side, you can see there's the 3 seats. But yeah, and that's a really nice mechanism that they used to make those open. Now in the back here, we've got even more detail. You can kind of see how that all looks, and they even put that round thing down there, which is really cool. And there's actually another compartment back here. So this actually lifts up, and then you can actually fold this down. It's on that ratchet piece there. And then you got some room down inside there, as you can see. And so what you do is you take the speeder bike right here, and it actually parks inside there. So it's like a little parking space for that. That's pretty cool. And then this flips back up like that, and you just shut it. So there you go. You got a place to store it. And then it does kind of stick out inside here, so you can see the front of it right there. But it's got enough room in it, so it's pretty cool. You'll notice that little thread right there. I'll show you what that's for. Yeah, okay, so down here we've got Luke hanging on this cable like we saw him doing in the movie with the thermal detonator in his hand. So you got this really cool mechanism up here. So there's a little lid that flips up here. And let me see if I can get some light in there. So now you can see there's a gear. So you just kind of pull this, you just turn this gear like that. And as you're turning it, it brings Luke closer and closer to the top. So you can see how he is moving all the way up to the top of the thing there. And then there's also a really cool little door right here you can flip open. So remember how he used his lightsaber to blast that open? So you can throw the thermal detonator in there. So yeah, that was another cool feature. I'm glad that they added that in there as well. So the legs are fully posable. They bend up here and here. They're pivot or whatever. And you can kind of see, you can kind of pose him in whatever position you want to put him in, as long as he's able to stand. Some positions, of course, are going to make him fall over. And then his feet also pivot down here as well, which I think is pretty cool. So yeah, this is a really cool set. I gotta say, I was reluctant to buy it at first because I wasn't sure I liked the way it looked, but the more I kept looking at it, the more I liked it. And since I never bought any of the past ones, I figured I better get this one. It's $160. Oh gosh, I don't know. Is it worth $160? Well, that's kind of the big question. I'd have to say it's a little pricey at $160. Maybe 140 would have been a little bit better, I think. 150 at the absolute most. 160 seems like it's kind of pushing it a little bit. I mean, it is pretty cool, but it's mostly a hollow thing. And, you know, you do get a lot of pieces with it, but I don't know. I just think $160 is a little bit much for it. If it does go on sale, or if you're willing to wait for this to go on sale, I would say definitely do that, because, I don't know, if you can save like 10 or 20 bucks on this set, that would be pretty much ideal, because I just kind of think that it's, I just think 160 is a little bit too much for this, but it is cool, and I do like it. And if you're a huge Star Wars fan, which of course I am, and Lego, of course, and you just gotta have one, well, then just go ahead and get it. I mean, that's what I did. I ended up just went ahead and bite the bullet and get it. I thought it was a cool set, and I did enjoy it. It was a fun build. So anyway, that is my review on this set, and I hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, please like and subscribe. And thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next video. Thanks again, and have a good one.